mystery lang behind that. Pero, ganun yung lasa. Ngayon, syempre, dahil mas mahal yung butter, kapag nagbenta ka, gamit mo ang butter, mas mababa din ang kikitain mo. Mas mahal ang butter. Pero kapag nagbenta ka using margarine, kahit mas mabibenta mo siya na mas mura, mas marami makakabili. Oo. Ganon din yung nangyari dito. Yung mga produktong binibenta, substituted. Meron isa na explain, sabi, yung gatas daw kasi yung butter. Oo, gatas daw kasi siya. Well, gatas naman talaga yung butter, so it makes sense. Gatas naman talaga. O kasi yung margarine, mantika yun eh. Technically, it's really mantika yun, mantika. So, but anyway, mantika lang yun na may flavoring. But anyway, going back. So, yun. So, ganun yung ginawa dito. Sinubstitute. Para siguro mas malaki yung kitain. Mga kakutsero, Nutriban yan. Nutribag. Ibig sabihin, nutritious bag. It's short for nutritious. Nutritious bag. And the operative word is nutritious. Nutritious. Ibig sabihin, maganda sa katawan. Bakit nangyari to? Hindi ba chinek to ng DepEd? Hindi ba ito chinek ng DepEd? Grabe, ang haba pala nito. Okay. So, ang laman daw dapat nun ay hot meal, including fruits, eggs, kamote, and nutty bars, and pasteurized fresh milk. So, sa ibang regions daw, hindi nakaka-deliver ng milk. Or, late dinideliver. So, paano pa mapapakinabangan ng bata na yan, di ba? Kung late. So, ito daw yung mga schools na nakitaan ng problema. La Union, Ifugao, Benguet, Baguio City, Cordillera Administrative Region, Mandaluyong, Pasig, Oriental Mindoro, Palawan, Camarines Sur, Zamboanga City, Bukidnon, Valencia City, Malaybalay, Tagum, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat, Agusan del Norte, Surigao del Norte, Butuan City, Cabadbaran City, and Surigao sa Caraga. Ito pa, daming kwento. Almost 100 million worth of food products have not arrived in Camarines Sur. Ang dami nito. 6 million units. So, sayang ang pera. Meron pang undelivered. 98 million na undelivered. Oh my God! Ano to? Anong kabalbalan to ng DepEd? Also, the payment of the supplier was already made in the Palawan SDO before the delivery of the supplies. Mali ito, mga kotsero. Yung binayaran mo in full, yung amount, bago i-deliver, hindi ganyan tumatrabaho ang gobyerno sa procurement. Hindi ganyan. Usually, bibigyan ka lang yan ng working budget. So, diba, may kontrata na kayo. Bibigyan lang kayo ng working budget para lang magawa mo yung produkto. Tapos, ang full payment yan, pagka-deliver mo. Ganyan ang procurement sa gobyerno. Pero dito, mga kotsero, bayad na nung umpisa pa lang. May mali. So, ano nangyari, Sarah? Ba't ka nagpabaya? 2022, 2023 to, oh. Pasok sa trabaho mo to, oh. Gusto ko si Sarah. COA said the DepEd guidelines on the feeding program have not been followed, as in the case of some SDOs that received full but belatedly delivered food supplies and milk, resulting in schools giving out double rations of NFP and milk, and even giving to students who are not undernourished to avoid spoilage. Nasobrahan yung iba. So ngayon, maski yung mga hindi kailangan, yung mga batang hindi kailangan ng food supplies, binibigyan na rin. Kasi nasobrahan yung supply nila. Diyos ko, Sara Duterte, what a disappointment you are. What a disappointment you are, Sara Duterte. Pinabayaan mo to. If this is not betrayal of public trust, I don't know what it is. Imagine, trabaho mo yan as Secretary of Education, nabantayan yung mga ganitong klaseng problema. Trabaho niya yun eh. Tapos ganyan yung nangyari. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hindi pa dyan natatapos, guys. Hindi pa dyan natatapos. Sa DepEd. DepEd unaware of how liquidated 112 million 2023 confidential funds. Hindi alam ni DepEd kung paano ginastos yung confidential funds. Ano nangyari? Hindi ka nag-submit ng report? Hindi nag-submit ng report si Sara Duterte? Sa confidential funds? 112 million, hindi alam kung paano ginamit.
May mga gamit ang Department of Education kabilang ang mga laptop na nadiskubring 4 na taong nakatenga ayon sa bago nitong kalihim.
Panahon pa ng pandemic
Hindi rin alam ng mga DepEd official kung saan ginamit ang mahigit 100 milyong pisong confidential funds ng ahensya noong kalihim pa nito si Vice President Sara Duterte. At nakatutok si Jonathan Anda.
Sa pagdinig sa Kamara para sa hinihinging budget ng Department of Education para sa susunod na taon, sinabi ni DepEd Secretary Sani Angara na nagulat siya sa kanyang mga nadiskubre pagkaupo sa pwesto. 1.5 milyong piraso daw ng laptops, libro at iba pang gamit, 4 na taon na raw nakatenga sa warehouse ng kanilang logistics provider.
Sorry. Mga kotsero, ito yung dun sa Ito yung dun sa... naalala nyo yung nagkaroon ng problema sa laptop? Yung DepEd. Tapos, parang finire sale ng mga suppliers yung laptop kasi hindi ayaw tanggapin ni DepEd eh. So, finire sale nila sa iba. Naalala nyo yun? Ang naging solusyon kasi doon, mga kotsero, yung overpriced, yes, Pinoy, yung overpriced laptop. Ang naging solusyon kasi dyan ni DepEd, babayaran na lang daw nila yung buo. Pero kailangan i-deliver ng supplier sa mga schools. May deadline sila. Ang deadline nila dapat before school year 2023 na i-deliver na yan. Lahat. 0 na dapat yan before school year 2023. Kasi pumutok yung issue na yan sometime September or October of 2022. Dapat na i-deliver na yan ng 2023. Wala tayong nabalitaan, di ba? Akala natin all is good. Akala natin all is well sa DepEd. Wala na tayong nabalitaan eh. May nakita ko mga comment kay Briones na, kay Briones pa yan, 2022, 2020 pa yan. Yan yung mga overpriced laptop. Kasama niyan yung overpriced cameras. Naalala niyo yun? 50,000 isang camera, pero doon. Presyo pang 30,000 lang, pero binili na pang 50,000. Anyway, so yun na nga. So dapat, mga kotsero, na i-deliver na siya ng 2023. Walang word, di ba? Hindi natin alam kung ano nangyari. Hindi natin alam kung ano nangyari. So, we were assuming, kung sambayan ng Pilipino, inisip na lang, baka na okay na. Baka na i-deliver na. Kasi walang ingay eh. Ako hindi pa nagkaroon ng Sani Angara sa DepEd, hindi natin malalaman. Kung hindi nagkaroon ng Sani Angara sa DepEd, hindi natin malalaman na may 1.5 million units pa rin na nasa warehouse. Ano nangyari? Ano nangyari? Papaya na naman doon si Sara Duterte. Inuna mo kasi yung paano eh, burol-burol eh. Puro tree planting, puro yung pagbabago, yung pamimigay niya ng bag. Hindi niya naisip na, ay, shucks, meron pa pala ibang trabaho.
Nagulat ako na 4 years old na pala yung mga gamit doon.
Obsolete
Nagulat
na
ako
yan,
na
wala na
4
kwenta yan.
Logistics provider.
Nagulat ako na 4 years old na pala yung mga gamit doon. Since 2020 pa po yung mga kagamitan doon. So we're doing our best to get them out para hindi mag-deteriorate yung mga materyales. Your Honor.
Sinita naman ng mga kongresista ang DepEd sa mabagal umano nitong paggamit ng budget at natirang pondo. Halimbawa, sa 11 billion pesos na pondo para sa computerization program, 2 bilyong piso lang ang nagamit. Lalo't sa computer ratio daw ngayon, 30 guro ang nagkakasya sa kada isang computer.
Nag-budget kayo ng 11, So si Sara Duterte nag-budget ng 11 billion para bumili ng computer sa DepEd. Computerization ng ating mga public schools. 2 billion lang ang ginastos niya. Hindi niya ginamit yung pera. What the F? I mean, seriously. Seriously. Sabi ni Captain 11 Division, salamat po sa yung super chat. Sabi niya, a laptop's life cycle is only 4 years. It's usually recommended to fix it as cost effective. Well, yun na nga. Sorry, wala na. Obsolete na. Obsolete na, di ba? Ma'am Ray ba? Rhea pala. Obsolete na yung mga laptop. Sorry. Exactly, Jelly Monsaisi. Kung 2020 pa yung laptops lang palong niya yan ang dating DepEd. At naging problema na yan. Nag-viral yung issue na yan. Pero hindi niya binigyan ng solusyon. Nagpabaya si Sara Duterte. Tapos ito yung pangalawa. Diyos ko, 11 billion ang binudget para sa computerization ng public schools. Hindi niya ginawa. Hindi niya ginawa. 2 billion lang ang ginamit out of 11 billion. So may 9 billion pang natitira.
Procurement issues po talaga.
Could you
Sa mga nag-fail po ang bidding ng mga learning tools and equipment namin.
I really noticed that mabagal po kami sa procurement.
Pansin tuloy ni Representative Stella Kimbo.
Ang efficiency pagdating sa spending ng confidential funds ay 143%. Congratulations po. Pero pagdating naman po sa regular funds, napakabagal po.
Sabi na
Tells you something. Mas mabilis daw siyang gumastos ng confidential funds kaysa doon sa regular funds. Tells you something. Bakit? Kasi yung confidential funds, because of its nature, confidential nga siya, yung reporting niya is medyo layered. Medyo opaque. Di transparent, di translucent. Medyo opaque. Medyo hindi mo kita kung paano ginagamit yung pera. So, yung mga bulagas mo, bulagas yata. Yung mga buladas mo, hindi masyado makikita. Pero sa regular na funds, kita, obvious agad eh. At saka, yung regular funds, nasuscrutinize yan ng publiko. Makikita yan ng publiko. So, hindi niya masyadong ginalaw yung regular funds niya kasi makikita ng publiko kung paano niya ginamit. For example, 11 billion, out of 11 billion, 2 billion lang ang ginastos mo para sa computerization ng mga public schools. Obviously, hindi mo ginamit ng maayos yung pera. Obviously.
ng mga opisyal ng DepEd ngayon, hindi nila alam kung saan ginamit ang 112.5 million pesos na confidential funds ng DepEd noong panahon ni Vice President Sara Duterte.
Masakit.
Kung alam ba namin yung details nung pinagamitan, we do not know because we're not part of the process po ng utilization and liquidation.
Naging controversial.
Hindi nila alam kung saan ginamit yung confidential funds. Sino nakakaalam? Sara lang. Sara nakakaalam, guys.
Ray ng confidential funds ng Office of the Vice President noong 2022 nang lumabas na ang halagang 125 million pesos ginastos ng OVP sa loob lamang ng 11 araw. Matapos suriin ng Commission on Audit ang liquidation na sinabit ng tanggapan ng bise, nakitang mahigit 73 million pesos dito hindi pumasa. Sa Notice of Disallowance na may petsang August 8, 2024, tinukoy ng COA ang halos 70 million pesos na ibinayad na pabuya na cash, various goods at medisina. Pero wala raw kopya ng isinamitong dokumento para maipakitang tagumpay ang isinagawang pagkalap ng impormasyon at surveillance. Kinuha rin sa confidential funds ang pinambili ng 3.5 million pesos na halaga ng lamesa, silya, computer at printer, pero hindi nilinaw ng OVP na gagamitin ang mga ito sa mga confidential activities. Ayon naman kay Representative Herbilia Luistro, sinubukan umanong pigilan ng Office of the Vice President ang COA na ibigay sa Kamara ang audit report nito.
Talaga?
Ayaw nila ipalabas kung ano man ang nilalaman nitong audit report that includes the notice of disallowances.
Ayon kay OVP spokesman,
Bakit kaya? Ay, hindi palabas. Ay, hindi pa alam sa tao kung paano nyo kami winalangyan. Ay, hindi pa alam sa taong bayan nyo na winalangyan nyo ang taong bayan ng Pilipino. Lahat ng Pilipino, by the way. This is a serious breach of trust. Seriously. This is a serious breach of trust. If anything, mga kotsero, yung pagpipigil nila na hindi ilabas ng COA yung findings nila is already a breach of public trust. Bakit mo pinipigilan ng COA na gawin ng trabaho nila? Eh, trabaho nila yun. Sara Duterte.
Attorney Michael Powa, tutugunan nila ang mga puna ng COA.
Yan po ay subject to appeal. In fact, we are given 6 months under COA's own rules to
Yeah,
appeal
totoo naman
po
yun.
yung notice of disallowance dun sa commission proper mismo. Magpo-provide tayo ng mga additional documents para po may pakita talaga sa COA na wala naman pong maling paggasta ng pera dito.
Hinihingan namin ang reaksyon si VP Sara sa mga issue na
No
lumabas
comment
sa
yan.
pagdinig.
No
Para
comment
sa
yan.
GMA Integrity.
Lagi no comment pa rin yan si Sara Duterte. Okay, may expect na sagot siya. No comment yan. Impeachment na, guys. Alam niyo, hindi pa dyan natatapos, ha? Meron pang isa. Isa? Gusto ko na nga sana matapos ng topic natin. Kaso, hindi eh. Meron pang isa. Ito yung isa. No proof of payment for DepEd personnel who drew isang kaibigan. Alam niyo, nakakatawa dito, mga kapatid. Apparently, hindi raw DepEd ang gumastos dito. Dito sa book na to. Hindi raw DepEd. Alam niyo, mga kotsero, there's no free lunch. Someone always has to pay. There's no free lunch. There's no free lunch. So, paano ka nakapag-produce, nakapag-self-author ng libro using, ginamit ba niyo yung sarili niyang pondo dito? We don't know. We don't know. Kasi, itong budget hearing, humihingi siya ng 10 million para dito. So, di ba? Paano mo na-produce to? Sinong benefactor? Sinong nagbayad? Again, mga kotsero, there's no free lunch. Someone always has to pay. Sino nagbayad nito? Did this come out of the pocket of the OVP? Or did this come out of the pocket of the Vice President herself? We don't know. Hindi natin alam. Hindi natin alam, mga kotsero. Pero wala daw proof of payment. Wala ito na.
Of isang
Medyo mahaba lang, ha? 6 minutes.
Based on reports on November 21, 2023, the DepEd celebrated Araw ng Pagpasa, and this was spearheaded by the Bureau of Learning Delivery under the Curriculum and Teaching. Is that correct, Madam Chair?
That's correct, Madam Chair.
And during that event, Madam Chair, this was celebrated with the launching of Isang Kaibigan. It was held in a public elementary school in Quezon City. Is that correct, Madam Chair?
That's correct, Madam Chair.
So, Madam Chair, as the USEC being responsible for curriculum teaching and by that line of logic, yung Bureau of Learning Delivery, may we ask po, kayo po ba yung responsible for the production of this book, yung Isang Kaibigan?
Madam Chair, hindi po.
What is the role of the curriculum and teaching strand po in the production and development of Isang Kaibigan? I understand this was a project of the former secretary. Is that correct, Madam Chair?
Yes, Madam Chair. Wala pong role ang Department of Education sa development, reproduction, or printing of Isang Kaibigan storybook.
Thank you. Madam Chair, so as per reports, the illustrators were a certain Janina Simbilio and Joseph Kaliner of the Creative Media Unit, Public Affairs of the Service of the Department. Is this report erroneous, Madam Chair?
Madam Chair, I have no knowledge of that.
No knowledge. Madam Chair, under what department po kaya itong Public Affairs Service of the DepEd?
With your permission, Madam Chair, the two are employees of the Public Affairs Service Division of the Department, Your Honor.
They are employees.
Yes, but there is no payment made to them for whatever they did. So it's either they made it gratis or for free, or they were paid on the side. We don't really know because there's no record official payment to them. But just for the record, they are employees. Job order.
Bawal yun. Bawal yun. If they're paid, well, okay lang kung gratis eh. Kung ginawa nila yun out of the goodness of their hearts, walang bayad. Okay lang yun, walang problema nun. Pero kung payment on the side, bawal yun, guys. Bawal yun sa Civil Service Code. Bawal yun. Kasi mako-consider siya as gift eh.
Employees of the Public Affairs Service, is that Bureau? Public Affairs Service of the DepEd, Your Honor.
Madam Chair, thank you very much, Mr. Secretary, and apologies you had to answer that. But thank you for the confirmation. So the book there was a hand in the development of the book by employees of the DepEd, although it was probably by gratis or unrelated to their official functions of the DepEd. So that's something to note. So hindi po naman erroneous yung statement ng report na yan. So Madam Chair, prior to its launch, it would be said then that what is the knowledge of the good Undersecretary about this book? Was it the first time for her to find out about Isang Kaibigan during the launching itself? Because it was mentioned na wala po silang kinalaman sa development. But surely, perhaps in the procurement or in the preparation of the program, they have had some knowledge of this book.
Yung particular book po, nakita lang namin noong launch, but we know that she's going to read. Kasi po yung program na Araw ng Pagbasa, we do that yearly. And we invite reading ambassadors. So, minsan mga kilalang mga tao, mga officials ng DepEd, nagbabasa po yan sa mga schools. And they can choose the storybook that they're going to read. So, in this Araw ng Pagbasa in a Quezon City school, ang binasa ni VP ay yung kanyang story.
So at the time po, Madam Chair, as per the yearly event that you would have, yung reading ambassador is the former secretary.
Hindi naman po. Iba-iba po, kasama secretaries, kasama ang mga undersecretaries, assistant secretaries, regional directors, lahat po ini-invite namin actually na maging reading ambassador.
But in that instance, at least for Isang Kaibigan, that was the former secretary and that was her choice of book. Her book, Isang Kaibigan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Madam Chair, is there no role on the part of the DepEd to curate what book would be read for Isang Pagbasa? They leave it totally at the discretion of the reading ambassador po ba?
Yes po. We ask the reading ambassadors to pick a book that they want to read, as long as the book is appropriate to the level of the learners.
In that case po, Madam Chair, how many reproductions of the book would be required for a public reading?
Because you mentioned this was not part of the DepEd, so hindi po kayo yung nag-produce ng book na ito.
Hindi po. It's a big book po. So, kahit na isang book lang po, merong 10 students halimbawa sa harapan ng reading ambassador, malaki yung book, may mga pictures yung book, so yung reader reads the book na nakikita ng mga bata yung illustrations ng book.
Madam Chair, but if I recall correctly, and perhaps you can have the Secretariat pull up a picture later on, there were actually multiple copies of the book and each child was holding one. So I would assume that there was some preparation on the part of the department regarding this event.
There was a preparation regarding the event, Your Honor, but the distribution of textbooks wasn't done by the Department of Education. The printing, the distribution wasn't done by that.
But for the case of that instance po, that event, then there were multiple copies of the book. Wala pong alam po yung curriculum and teaching.
Alam po namin na may mga...
About how many books were prepared for that particular event. I understand, Madam Chair, the answer na wala pong kinalaman yung department in the production, supposedly, and development of the book. But we just wanted to know for that particular event.
Ang alam ko po, konting-konting copies lang po ang na-ready noon. Kasi nangihingi nga rin po ako ng copy noon, hindi rin po ako nabigyan. Kasi konti lang talaga para dun lang sa mga estudyante na umattend ng reading session.
So, Madam Chair, okay, thank you. Just to clarify po, no, so no public funds were used in the production of the book. It was not come under any line item, and therefore did not also go to any of the quality assurance and accreditation required under the DepEd. None of that po.
That is correct, Madam Chair.
So, ginawa lang niya yun out of trip niya. Ganun. Nag-trip lang si Sarah. DepEd secretary ako, mag-book reading ako, gagawa akong book. DepEd secretary ako eh. Again, mga Kojero, there are no free lunch. Someone always has to pay. The question is, who paid for this book? Diba? Kasi meron kang meron kang binayaran, or sabihin natin, sige, gratis na lang. Diba? Pagmamahal na lang sa DepEd, sa kabataan. Sabihin na natin libre. Yung dalawang illustrator. Eh, may print out ka pa. Diba? Tapos, kung pagpapasihan natin yung yung gustong, yung gusto ipaprint this time, ni Sara Duterte, doon sa budget hearing niya, doon sa lower house, eh, humingi siya ng 10 million para sa book to be printed, not under DepEd, but under the Office of the Vice President. So, may tsuri ako, guys. Tsuri lang naman. Hindi pa to this is only a theory. But, hindi kaya kinuha to sa confidential funds. Hindi ng DepEd. Well, pwede rin sa DepEd, pwede rin sa OVP. Either of the two. Theory lang. Kasi it would make sense kapag ginamit sa kapag kinuha sa confidential funds. It would make sense. Ito ba Jose? It would make sense. Kasi hindi mo kailangan hindi siya pag-aaralan eh. Hindi mo babasahin, hindi siya mare-record as regular funds, hindi siya akalat. So, I'm thinking, yun yung pinakamadali. Yun yung pinakamadali. Confidential. Otherwise, sinong ibang benefactor? Diba? Sino pa iba yung nagbayad? Kung hindi sa confidential fund, sino nagbayad? Si Sarah? Bagay, malit lang sa kanya 10 million. Malit lang sa kanya 10 million. May 51 billion nga yung kapatid niya. So, malit lang sa kanya 10